Today I'm going to be using the KOOL-IT evaporator and heater foam cleaner to clean out the evaporator heater core on the Tesla Model 3. First thing you want to do is remove your floor mat, if you have one. We're going to need to get back into that area, so we're going to have to remove this panel as well. Step 2 is going to be removing these clips. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 of them down here. They look like that. I recommend grabbing a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to go and do that right now. Once you've got those, I think it was 4 clips removed, you're going to want to take off the connector for the light here and the connector for the speaker. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Now that we removed that plastic piece and we removed the light and the connector to the speaker, we're going to go ahead and remove this panel on the side here. I'm probably going to move the seat back. Probably don't have enough room to get to the side there, but I think this panel just comes off like this. Some clips back there, so I won't record the whole thing, but we're going to remove this entire panel here because we're going to need access to a couple Torx screws back there and eventually the cabin filters. Now that this trim piece is removed, you look up here, see where that orange cable is running across. There's a plastic piece right there that's going to be removed and will gain us access to the cabin filters, but there's a T15 Torx screw right there, which I'm going to go ahead and remove right now. Now that we've got this plastic piece right here removed, I have to remove that T15 screw. You can see we now have access to the cabin filters right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out. You guys can watch me struggle here. First one's out. Second one's going to be a little bit lower down here. Okay, now we should have access to the core. So I went ahead and shook up the evaporative and heater foam cleaner. Let that baby rip. See if I covered most of the core back here. Good enough, or as good as I'm gonna get. Quite cramped down here, so I don't know if you can see in the shot of the view of the cam, but should have hopefully covered most of the core with that foam. Now we're gonna let it sit for 15 minutes, and we'll turn the AC on, or just the air, so we get air blowing across that core for the last 5 minutes, or at the very end of the 15 for 5 minutes, and kind of let it dry off. But we should see this this foam dripping on the bottom of our car. While you're waiting for that foam to do its work on the core, go ahead and take your cabin filters and you can look in between each one of these crevices here and see if they're dirty or not. There's probably some level of debris in there. I had these replaced less than a year ago, but almost a year ago, and you know, if I smell them, I don't quite smell the stench that I get in the cabin when I turn the air conditioning now. So fairly confident that smell is coming from the stinky contaminants left on those coils, or on that core. So go ahead and hit it with the pressured air here, or whatever you want to do, and clear out that debris. So it's been 15 minutes that foam's been doing work on that core, and you'll see some of it's likely drained down here. But let's go ahead and turn on fan so we can get some air blowing over that core and dry it up before we go ahead and put it all back together. We'll put the filters back in first. We'll put that plastic piece over, close off that area. We'll put this fabric piece of trim back on here. We'll put this plastic trim up here back on. Put the floor mats in, we'll be good to go.